We are at the UIC Pavilion with Varla Vendetta of the Windy City Rollers after a hard-fought match against the Kansas City
Roller Warriors.
There you go. The Kansas City ended up winning, but you almost single-handedly brought them the Windy City Rollers back.
I don't know about single-handedly because nothing is accomplished on the track without 5 of us out there. So.
Okay. But you had a pretty good night.
You know, I felt better. We all had a better second half than we did the first half. I think we were kind of a little bit off of what our normal game was our first half, and we kind of reined it all in at halftime, and we came out a lot stronger in the second half, obviously.
Now, heavy-duty knee pads?
Yeah.
Is that what gets you through a match?
That and your teammates. But yeah, we all have to be careful of our knees because we take a big pounding on those.
So how do you get started in something like this?
Well, I saw a flyer in a store when the Windy City Rollers were first starting in 2004, and I was like, that sounds interesting. I have no idea what it's about, but I remember it vaguely from hearing it in the 70s and early 80s, so I went out and found out what it was about. And we've changed a lot from our beginnings. Our beginnings is a little bit more campy and a little bit more showy. Now this is full-on athletic sport, and it's very organized and national, and we travel. But it just sounded interesting. I wanted to do something that was really physical and fast-moving.
This definitely is physical. Your athletic background?
Well, I've always been athletic, but I didn't do a lot of team sports as a kid. I worked out and I ran and stuff, but I didn't do like softball or whatever. Okay. My background was horseback riding when I was younger, so.
Okay. This is a world of far, far away from horseback riding.
Yeah, it's still a competition, and I think I've always been a competitive person, so I think a huge part of this game is just the mental. You have to have a drive when 5 girls from another team are counting on you and chasing after you. You have to have that that competitive drive, whether your background is competitively in a sport or at work or in school, whatever it is.
Now you're a member of the national team, is that correct? I'm
a member of Team USA, yeah.
And what does that mean?
Well, this is the first year we've had a Team USA. It's the first ever Roller Derby World Cup that's put on by Blood and Thunder magazine. They organized this for 13 countries to come to Toronto and compete against each other. So each country was allowed to choose 20 skaters. The United States was allowed to choose 28 skaters because they're going to do an exhibition bout, USA versus USA. But they have 20 roster skaters that will compete against the other 13 countries, or other 12 countries.
Okay. So that's pretty prestigious, I would say, yes?
It's a huge honor.
Or they draw your name out of a hat?
No, we all competed. We all did tryouts. There's several rounds of tryouts. And, everybody who tried out has been busting their butts for, years and years. Some of them maybe less long, but all the hard work goes, everybody's working really, really hard and going to practices and going to tryouts. And so I was fortunate enough to be part of it.
So in a few years, we should look for roller derby in the Olympics. Is that the logical extension of all this?
We just want our, to be recognized on a national scale, whether it's in the Olympics, whether it's, it would be great to be on TV, to be on sports stations, to be recognized in ESPN and covered in the, the ticker at the bottom of ESPN or the nightly news. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Anytime. I don't think I could pull out those orange teeth.
We have bout themes, and this is part of our bout theme, after party theme.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I look at this sport and I say, it should be on TV, because I remember back in the day when Joni Weston and all those folks were on the bank tracks going over
on the
railing.
Yeah.
You guys don't have that.
We've done bank track bouts as Windy City. Last December, LA came here and we did a bank track bout against them. But, the flat track is something that has evolved, and it's something that we've made our own, and it's got its own set of physics and rules and speed and strategy that are, unique to it. And we love the sport that we've kind of helped shape and that we're a part of, so.
Well, if we don't see it on TV, we'll have to come back October 22nd, right?
October 22nd, and all next year, we bout basically January through November, but the last chance to see us is in October, so please come.
Well, we'll look forward to it.
Awesome.
Thank you for your time.